Hello and welcome to the very first episode of How to StarCraft. My name is Dats and today I will be showing you the Master League game between the red Terran in top left corner, the Metahurtz, and his opponent, the blue Zerg MasterNoodle. I'm wondering which noodles does he eat? Maybe a ramen? Udon? Who knows? I would like to greet you in like my kinda original series, How to StarCraft, which will be trying to analyze how the players play the game, how do they pick their builds, how their scouting, and whatever decision making and thought process is behind their play. Oh, what's the point of the series also? It's just to help everyone, that's including me, to get better at StarCraft, which in my opinion is the best esport game ever made. And it brings a lot of joy and satisfaction just to play it, because you know you can't blame anyone else except yourself for any mistakes. And that's I think it's a really good point. If you have any questions about like the build orders, about like the Terran maybe, because I'm myself on a Diamond 1 X Master 3 Terran, I need to get my cool kit frame back pretty soon. Just let me know in the comments. I will try to answer as many as that's possible. And who knows, maybe this channel will grow into something more. Maybe people will enjoy this kind of content where we try to break through the game. We see from Metahurtz a quite standard opening. We see a standard expansion, and this expansion from the Zerg is also like standard timing because it has finished like 2 minutes something. When scouting with the SCV or any kind of worker unit, we can tell for sure Zerg is not going for any kind of cheese build. If our worker makes here at the 2 minutes and the hatchery is like halfway done, that means we have to watch out. And we see a Reaper trying to rip through the drones. But MasterNoodle is not letting any of those pass by, saving all the drones, which saves him like 150 minerals, which is, well, let's be honest, a lot in this phase of game. From any other point of view, we see Metahurtz is trying to somehow maybe scout the third base. It's not denying it anymore. He sees the timing. Oh, bleed. That wasn't supposed to happen. Well, that's the first episode, I guess. Like, we see that he has noticed the timing of the third base. He kinda knows what he can expect from the Zerg player. Zerg has made few Zerg leaks just to repel the Reaper off. I believe the Zerg other than the front of the base of the Terran has no other information. But now this Overlord, this brave Overlord, is going straight to Terran base. He knows he's not gonna make it. He said, just tell my wife all over. And what he's gonna see? He's gonna see everything. He sees the reactor, he sees the Helions being pumped out, or maybe Cyclones. He sees the Viking being pumped out also, or a Medivac. Oh, he is pretty sure now it's a Viking. And in the meantime, we don't see any kind of anti-air defense. It's not needed at the moment. And the Terran perhaps will move out soon enough. Yeah, just as I mentioned, just to roast some drones. This kind of composition is quite okay to snipe some drones. Maybe if they stack up to get some more kills, but for sure you don't want to fight queens with this. It's always a bad idea. Zerg was pretty... Zerg was aware of the timing when the Helions with the Reaper could come by, so he created a wall just to make it as hard as possible for Hellions and Reaper to slip by. Oh, and we see the Banelings. Are the Banelings a good choice? Well, Zerg has no idea what's coming right now. From the Terran side, he just have seen few Hellions and a single Reaper. But as for now, the Terran had not too much luck with sniping units. Maybe those Hellions can shred through the Zerglings. Was it worth it? I'm not sure. The resource lost are quite similar for the both sides. We see Metahurtz starting his... well, it's pretty much 1/3 done. His steam pack upgrade. The Cloaked Banshees are on the way. Patrolling Viking is making sure that and this way for the Banshee is clear from any kind of overlords which could spot there. I think it could be quite useful to check this area with the Viking, just to make sure that a Banshee can slip by through any defenses. A single Zergling, just making sure there's no third base, which is halfway done for the Metahurtz. MasterNoodle is not aware of the Banshees until right now. There's one Overseer coming, which will help to get rid of the Banshees, because Banshees are not the best unit to fight with the Queens. Oh, this is gonna be sniped. It's gonna be sniped so hard. This wasn't a good deal for the Terran at all. The Terran is quite the same on the economy. Both players have like above 50 workers. Obviously Zerg has additional base right now. He has more mining. But we all know what the Terran does have. It's called a mule. 1-1 is on the way. The Zerg 1-1 is almost done. So MasterNoodle will have this upgrade advantage for a while. Also, it depends when those skirmishes will occur on the map. Oh, pretty much what we see from the turn. A single tank, just to make sure those Banelings are not gonna be like a Bombi boys. It's gonna just one-shot the supply depot, one-shot the Marines, one-shot the workers, one-shot your life, one-shot your ranking points, one-shot your dreams, one-shot your economy, everything. And we see the Zerg player is fully aware that when the third base is landing, and he might prepare some kind of counter-attack. We will see 35 drones on the single base. You don't want to be this guy. I believe you prefer just long distance mining with those like 16 drones or something. I would say even 19 drones. So you get like this extra income on the way. Some Zerglings and Hydraulics are on the way. The Hydraulics range is done, so MasterNoodle has timed his attack almost perfectly. We see a little skirmish, perhaps will start here, but obviously you don't want to fight with tanks. Just tanks are easily one-shotting the Zerglings, but you need the +1 upgrade for them. If you have +1 upgrade for the tanks, they can one-shot a single Zergling, and if the Zerglings do not have 1 armor, the splash damage kills all the Zerglings which tank range takes. And Zerg player just making sure he can fight on as much open space as he can, as obviously the Zerg prefers to be able to flank his opponent from both ways, to like a subway. Some Zergs here, and the Terran here. But obviously for now those siege tanks are somehow keeping away the Zerg, because the Zerg doesn't want to fight with the siege tanks, forcing a steam on the Metahurtz. We see in the production we have already 2-2 for the Terran, 1 damage melee upgrade for the Zerglings. Perhaps Zerg is going for the Ultralisks. in the next few minutes. And obviously, as mentioned before, the tanks are doing really a lot of job here. And those banelings without creep do not have enough speed to catch those marines off guard. So Metahurtz is really doing a lot of job here to keep those marines alive. Perhaps even like targeting the banelings with the tanks, which is a very good practice to do. It's just a good thing to keep in mind, to always do this. Zerg is at the moment not going for the hive. Oh, it's actually mutating, like 25%. And the Terran is going with his 4th base. Oh, this is a little skirmish, but I don't think MasterNoodle has any chance of breaking this wall at the moment. Like the Hydraulisk, Banelink, Zergling combination of units is not able to break those tanks on the high ground. Even if those are only 2 tanks, they are still doing a lot. 19 kills, 16 kills. It's like any of those marines has 19 kills? No? What those tanks do? Also the Liberators just not helping much here, as they were caught in the middle of battle. Our Planetary Fortress is almost up, so it will always help a little bit defending this extra base, this extra point of income for Metahurtz. 4 mules are doing a really big boost in his economy, just like 3600 to 2600. 4 base Zerg versus 4 base Terran. As Zerg, you always want to be on higher number of bases than your opponent, because simply if the Terran can out macro you, that's not good. That's not good at all. Is there an interesting choice for the MasterNoodle, going for the Vipers? Oh, some Zerglings are slipping by, killing as many STVs as they can. It is not doing as much damage as it could, as the both players are on very similar amount of the workers for now. The Vipers can be a very good choice versus the tanks, as obviously, as everyone knows the Vipers' ability, they can pull units to themselves, and they can use the Blinding Cloud to make sure those siege tanks are not gonna do much. And I believe, yeah, Metahurtz is not aware at all what's going on in the Zerg part of map. He has no idea of the additional bases, no idea of the tech. He's just making his army great again, and perhaps moving sooner than later. Both players already maxed out, so we can see anytime soon a bigger battle come out. Yeah, yeah, this is pretty much what the Terran best can do right now, because this base has no chance of living, in my opinion, but I can be wrong. Yeah, Liberators are making their job just to limit the space where Zerg can fight. And nice spread on the tanks, so the Blinding Clouds are not gonna be as effective as they would be in case of the tanks being clumped out. Oh, this is gonna hurt those Liberators. Metahurtz is not pulling away the infected air units, so all the Liberators have died. Some extra Liberators are in play. We see some ghosts being produced from the Metahurtz. We can see already the Ultralisks coming by. I don't believe, yeah, there's not a single range upgrade on those Hydraulics, so they do not deal as much damage as it would be desired from them. But we see Ultralisks on the way, the armor for them also being researched. So I guess Zerg just hopes to economically starve the Terran, but Terran in this case is doing really well. A lot of bases, a decent amount of workers. those are actually active workers, so do not like they do not idle somewhere, picking like 5 SCVs on a single mineral patch. We see a little creep cleaning from Metahurtz. This is something you want to do as a Terran and a Protoss. You do not want this creep to spread out. It's good to send like a small marine fortress just to make sure this creep is not taking a whole base, because the Zerg units have way higher movement speed on the creep. And finally we see some Ultralisks with this nice hive skin. Actually this year war chest skins are really nice. I have fallen for the Metahurtz one, as I am myself a Terran main, but when I have seen those skins for Zergs, I was like, sign me up. And also they have like created those new banners which are loading on the beginning of the match, which is quite cool. But does StarCraft needs like more cosmetic things like this? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like if people want it, they can have it. But like for myself, the StarCraft could be like fine without those extra upgrades, extra like thingies to show off. I mean, it's pretty much everything the game goes for. It's like those skirmishes, this big battles, economy, not like silly standards or banners. Yeah, but finally MasterNoodle wants to limit Metahurtz economy as much as he can. This Ultralisk is not going to make it. The snipes are doing a really big job here. The EMPs on the Vipers are really making those Vipers useless for the next few minutes, as soon as they're not gonna like suck on the buildings to regain their energy back. Yeah, this game is like, for now the Zerg has way higher army count, but does this army can like fight with this amount of siege tanks, liberators, Vikings? Like there's everything little by little. This amount of Ultralisk is actually quite scary. Oh, we have a nuke. Will MasterNoodle see this? Only will. Yeah, I think he's now busy looking where's the nuke? Where's the nuke? And the nuke is going. And the boom! And this ghost just got 24 kills. There's like some Zerglings harassing the base, but it's not the biggest problem right now for Metahurtz. I believe Metahurtz just needs some more bases just to keep up with Zerg's economy, Zerg's macro, because as we all know, Zerg just picks his all hatcheries and presses whatever unit he needs. In the late game, Zerg is really quite scary. For now we see both players just preparing their armies, just making sure nobody makes a fatal mistake, because in this phase of game any kind of mistake can pretty much cost you the game, like the brutal counter-attack can just wreck you totally, because that's the kind of game where people have no mercy to you. You make a mistake, they punish you as soon as they can. Some tanks will be perhaps pulled, yeah, just 2 tanks. It's always for sec 2 tanks which we have to care about less. But this army is getting melted. That wasn't the smartest idea. A lot of liberators just one-shotting those Ultralisks. I believe Liberator has like 70 damage, plus there's 1 air upgrade, so they deal like 75 damage per shot, and those shots are quite fast. Another nuke. You cannot let this happen, MasterNoodle. Not again. Not again. Do you see this? No, you don't. Boom. And the ghost just goes away. finished his mission, and we see 2 more nukes coming. Well, actually, for now, the MasterNoodle situation doesn't look so great. If the Terran can pick up a fight in his in kind of open space he wants to, he can pretty much maul the whole Zerg army, as those are like just few Ultralisks, mostly Zerglings and Hydralisks, which are not so great versus those splash damage units. And players are pretty much keeping up with each other. Like, MasterNoodle is trying to find an opening in Metahurtz gameplay, just taking a supply depot one after other. But for now, he simply cannot find a gap in his defenses. And also he feels he needs to do something. Because if the Terran maxed out on the mech, this is never good. You don't want to fight with fully upgraded mech army. It's like quite... Yeah, those Liberators can do a lot, but I believe this might be the last skirmish. Just both players giving all they got. This Ultralisk just is gone. Both players went on the similar army size. Obviously, Zerg can get his army way faster back than Terran can. But this doesn't look any good for the Terran. And 2 nukes going at the same time. This is gonna... Oh my... it's not happening. It's not happening. No. No. Boom. Oh my god. Metahurtz, you are my new hero. This was beautiful. This pretty much was game changing right now. It's like he was even making those banelings here. My god. That was great. And this is a master level game. Like, people are not expecting nukes, because no one plays nukes. Like, a nuke, what's a nuke? It's just gonna wipe out your army or whatever. Who knows? Yeah, but Metahurtz is now in way better position. He can allow himself to go very deep on the creep. Maybe he should invest like in 1 Raven, just to make sure he can like clear this creep all the way. Just use like those anti-missile, anti-armor missiles. But we see this base is not gonna make it. A lot of STVs are gonna die this day. Yeah, but the bioforces are making sure those Zerglings are not gonna do any more damage than they could. The Zerg is trying to move out, but anywhere he will move, there's either... Oh, this could be... this was brutal. This is an revenge for those nukes. Oh my god, look on those losses. It's like 33,000 to 43,000. It's like 10k in disadvantage of the Zerg. But both players are holding still. At least trying. Because at the moment Zerg is mining from 2 bases. Oh, we have some skirmish going on here. No banelings to help. This army will simply melt under army of the Terran. Can Zerg do anything here? That's the ultimate question. Maybe if those banelings could like connect with the Marines, but that's a quite nice connection. And the turns of the tide are again. Oh, no, but no. The Terran is making the move with his units. Just making those nukes more obvious than ever. Sniping the bases, sniping the army, sniping everything. No, not again. How could you do this, Noodle? How? I don't know. But there's nothing else that Sir can do. He has only 1 mining base. Yeah, GG. Metahurtz is your winner for now. And thank you for watching the first episode of the How2Starcraft. I hope you liked it. I hope you have some kind of opinion on it. If you do, just please let me know on the Reddit or just here. I will be grateful for any kind of feedback. And hope you have a great day. See you later, folks.